Hey everyone, I'm back. All right, so let's get into some NBA. Let's start off with the Knicks. The Knicks season obviously is going the way it appears everyone thought it was going to go. Obviously, they told the fans we're not going to try to make the playoffs, and that's what's happening. They're rebuilding. They are using the young guys. They're playing them game in game out. They're seeing what lineups work, what doesn't work. They're doing all these different things. So all this evaluation is happening. So next season, when Porzingis is healthy, or at the end of this season, towards the end of this season, if he thinks he's healthy enough, he to see what works around him, what players will work with him, what players won't work with him, all these different situations to see what can happen, what might happen. So you have all these different things going on. Next, they're trying to see who is viable for the team, who they want to keep, who they really want to keep, who's someone that they could trade, things like that. What kind of lineups would work well with Porzingis? What lineups might work when Porzingis is not here? Whether it's minute restrictions or a minor injury, or just because he's not here at this moment, things like that. What kind of players do they want? What kind of players you know do they have? Whether it's players for coaches, whether it's players that are great with coaches, players great with the GM, players that really want to be here, things like that. That's what the Knicks are doing right now, and that's all you can really say about it. I mean, they're hanging in there. They're trying to do their best they can. They're getting wins, or they're getting experience, which is more important right now. They're doing what they have to do. You hope that they have a little bit more success and more wins, because you don't want this season just to be about all these losses and just be a little, too putrid almost to that effect. You want them to be really well. You want them to have progression. That's what you want. And you want progression, you want consistency, you want to have accountability, all these different things. And hopefully throughout the season, that all melds together and becomes something pretty good for next season, something to build on, something to add on for next season so it can get even better. But while this season's going on, maybe they have moments. Maybe they beat a good team like the Warriors. Maybe they have some signature wins throughout the season. I mean, it's not going to be the playoffs, but things you can think about in a positive light. We're like, oh man, you remember when the Knicks beat the Warriors and and that's how they won, and everyone's going crazy, things like that. Just so that there's some progression going on. There's things going on moving forward that you're excited about. All these different aspects, so that you really, really want. So that's what the Knicks are trying to go for, and hopefully that works out in their favor. So now let's go on to the NBA in general. Let's say with what Kevin Durant was talking about. Kevin Durant was talking about how playing with LeBron possibly is not something that players would like to see, or play, not that they don't want to see, but it might be too difficult playing with LeBron James just because of the athlete that he is, the success he brings, the things, the media that he brings with it, all these different things going together. He's kind of saying that, oh, LeBron James, as great as he is, players might not want to play with him, or play for him just because it might be too tough. And here is where I agree with Durant. Yes, I agree that it could be tough to play with LeBron James, but I don't agree with everything else where like, oh, woes is me, or like how dare LeBron James be so successful, that kind of way that it seemed like Kevin Durant was talking about it. I think he's right in the aspect, yeah, it will be harder to play with LeBron James just because of the guy he is, how much success he has. But think about it this way, you're gonna have someone, yeah, that might drive you insane. Someone that might work you out, say you got to do this. I think you should do that. Give you all these tips. I rather have someone who, yeah, he's tough and hard and knows so much and asks so much of you, than have someone who doesn't care anything about you. Someone like, why should I help this guy out? I am telling you, to have LeBron James is so much more beneficial than it is not beneficial. I think having LeBron James would be great to play with him, just to get an idea, the sense of how he plays baseball, what he thinks of. I mean, play baseball. Sorry, basketball. My apologies. How he plays basketball, what he does, that makes him so successful. Maybe you can't mirror exactly what he does, but hey, maybe something a workout you like that's a little bit better. Maybe he saw something different than you saw, and going forward, you see it that way. There's just so many more positives of playing with LeBron than there are negatives. But yeah, if you're a player, you also have to know your limits. If you're a player and you think you might either be too hot headed or you just might think it's not going to work out, all these different things with LeBron James, and okay. But if you're someone that is, you think you want to play with him and this is starting to scare you off, don't. Go for it. Because first of all, the worst that could happen is that he's going to try to make you better. You're going to have someone who really knows the game, someone I'm sure that will have your back, whether it's to the media or in the locker room. It's just there's so many benefits to it. You know, I think LeBron James, yeah, it's going to be hard to play with, but LeBron James is smart. He loves this game. He wants to help everyone out. He wants the best. And so if you could give him your best, I'm sure it will work out in the end. And look, the end result, what would be the end result? Oh, we're not going to be on a sucky team and he's going to do this. No, we're going to be on a team that's going to get better each year. And hopefully, maybe not this season, at least the playoffs this season, but maybe next season, really contend high up in the conference. Heck, maybe even the NBA Finals. So I'd rather have him. I'd rather play with him than not because all the things that he can do to make you better. I mean, look, if you want to do comparisons, yeah, people say LeBron James is not Michael Jordan, and maybe you're right, but he's pretty darn close. And if he's that close, and I'm sure, 10 times sure, that Michael Jordan was a lot worse than LeBron James ever could be when it comes to someone playing with him, working hard, what he wants out of people, the outcomes he wants, the success that he wants, the success that he breeds. LeBron James wants that too, but LeBron James does it in a different way. He's not up in your face, and he's not Michael Jordan, who has the heart of a lion and is aggressive and you know is like shoot to kill. Like really, let's go and do this type of thing. You know, LeBron James is more calm. Let's go do this, guys. More cerebral in that way. So there's differences, but I'd rather take someone who is hard on me, who wants the best out of me, than someone who doesn't want me and could care less about me. Honestly, that's what I think. Overall, other stuff in the NBA, it's everything's progressing all right. It looks like coming out of the East, Philadelphia is really good. We'll see how other teams are going. It's unfortunate with the Heat, Miami Heat. Hopefully they make it. I would love for Miami Heat to make the playoffs. With having Dwayne Wade in his final season, that would be very great for him to at least end in some playoff success, because he's a great guy. He's great for the NBA, and he's a great basketball player. Really is. You know, you have those teams going on, and now it's more open in the East because you have LeBron James is gone, and then you have in the West. Well, you have a lot of teams. Lakers at the very end of it, Warriors on top, Spurs are always in the mix. The Rockets, hey, the LA Clippers. You got to look at them too. You don't know. They're having tremendous success. I think it might work out. They might make the playoffs. Who knows? You never know. It could really work out there. So many things going on. Players are having success. Things are moving forward. The Warriors are still doing what they're doing, but I find it more interesting that the Warriors are not the Warriors of the past where they were winning games in such a successive clip that it was like, oh my God, they're never going to lose. They're more human now. They're more vulnerable this season. And that's kind of good to see because that means this playoffs might be a little more interesting than they have been in the seasons before. And that's all you want. You want to have fun with this. You want to believe. You want to think there's going to be another team out there to do this. And so, with the Warriors having less success, it really looks like that could be a possibility. So, you got to work. Hopefully, that all works out and everything is pretty good. So, that's all that is on the NBA. And I just want to say, I want to thank everyone for listening because this is Iona College Radio, WICR. Our semester is ending soon. So this is our last, well, for me, I'm sure there's other people this week who still haven't done their last radio show. But for me, this is my last radio show for this semester. Uh, I think this semester has gone really great. I really appreciate everything that WICR does, everything that the WICR e-board members do. I want to thank them. Uh, all the people that I have in the background here that you guys don't see who help me out, all that. That's great. I just appreciate all that. Just want to say this has been really good this semester. Hopefully next semester is even better. One shout out I would like is someone who helps me in the back here is Kate. What she does a great job, and I appreciate all the help she has. She works really hard in what she does. So I just want to thank everyone for listening. I want to wish everyone from the best of holidays and the best in the new year. I'm Robert Sosa the second, and if anyone wants to follow me on Twitter, you could do so at Robert Sosa the second one. And if you ever have questions, shoot me some questions on Twitter. I'll answer them the best of my knowledge, and I'd love to know who's listening out there. And I just want to thank everyone, for listening. Have a great holiday and new year, and until next time, see ya.